Hey guys, this is Herbie. Today I'm going to be going through a quick preview of a mission I'm working on called ITC Air Land Battle. And I'm going to be going through some of the features that are involved, not all of the features because I'll be doing a full intro video later on. And I'll be talking about kind of the concept behind the mission and who the mission is aimed for and what the mission is aimed at. So first of all, basically it's a dynamic, persistent counterinsurgency mission, of which there are of course quite a few. What sets this one a bit apart from the others is that even though it is dynamic and there are dynamic things that happen, it's focused on more smaller communities and more structured gameplay. So rather than kind of having to go out and find enemies yourself and kind of do things like that and do your own patrols, you get your own missions. So you request missions from a base commander, and then you go out and do the mission, and you come back, request another mission, go out and do it, come back, request another mission, etc. So what makes this, so the patrolling and stuff like that is done by AI. So you have AI patrols around your patrol bases and around your FOBs, and you'll have AI garrisoning it. So those kind of basic duties are carried out by the AI. However, there is still the dynamic element. So each area is patrolled by dudes and by bad dudes, although as you're more secure an area there will be some good dudes as well, and there's also bases including the theatre headquarters, which I'm at the moment, can come under attack and regularly do come under attack depending on the security situation around them. I'll find a place to put a patrol base down. So you can see for a start of the mission you need a commander, so that's what that little vote thing was for the start. That was voting for who the commander is. The commander can then deploy a patrol base, and to deploy a patrol base you don't need to click and you get a thing. You've got to move the truck over there, and then the presumably gremlins in the back of the truck will make the patrol base for you. So you'll see on the map that each location has got a red marker over it. Now the colour of the marker denotes the security situation in that town. There are 5 stages. It goes from red through to orange, yellow, green and then blue. Blue being completely secured and you don't need to worry about it anymore. So essentially the aim of the game is to turn the entire map blue. Red means the insurgents are in full control, so they will aggressively patrol the surrounding area. They will also attack FOBs and bases nearby quite aggressively, and civilians there won't particularly be interested in helping you, so they won't be giving you, you can't request missions from civilians in the town. As the security situation improves, attacks on patrol bases and FOBs and the theatre headquarters will become less frequent. There will be less guys patrolling the area, and civilians will become more cooperative. So you increase the security situation by killing insurgents, not killing civilians, not dying yourselves, and doing missions. There will also be, so each town's got a village leader, and that's the guy you can speak to. So most civilians are just agents, so not actual units, they're just dudes walking around, provide a bit of ambience, and also there's a severe penalty for killing them, in particular for the security situation. Killing civilians is possibly the worst thing you can do. At the leader though, you'll also be able to request a meeting, which is the kind of Shura type meeting that you may have heard about in Afghanistan, where basically he'll tell you to go somewhere and you can go there, and you'll have a little side mission spawn where you'll have to defend the meeting, and he might, depending how you interact with him, he might like you better by the end of it, or he might not. There is also the potential that it's just a come on, if the security situation is really bad and you go in and request a meeting with the village leader, there's potential he's going to sell you out to the insurgents and actually the area is just an ambush. But I won't go into that today. What I'm going into today is creating a patrol base. So we've got here, set up a little construction site. The little gremlins are building the FOB, or the patrol base. And you've just got to provide security. So I've done this one quite out in the middle of nowhere. If you do it closer to a town, then you'll probably be being shot at already. So red doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be able to go into that town, so I could drive through Anthrea right now and be fine. I will just probably be shot at some point. So it doesn't start with they're in full control of an area. It starts with they have a significant presence. It's not a civil war type scenario. This is counterinsurgency. This is small scale combat. At the patrol base you get counter battery radars, you get a siren, you get a friendly patrol who will patrol the local area, so those guys. You get a little marker telling you where they are, and you get a supply crate. A supply crate can be resupplied by there's a mission you can generate at the theatre headquarters where you basically bring a supply crate up, which when you don't have helicopters, because helicopters are quite expensive and cost a lot of deployment points, is quite difficult. But when you get helicopters and you're able to sling load these things over, it shouldn't be as much of an issue. So there's a patrol going out, and they are basically providing the security for the local area. They will interdict any insurgent patrols, hopefully before they get to the patrol base. But obviously as the security situation is red, then there'll be quite a few patrols. This patrol may even get defeated, and the patrol base isn't quite as safe as it would be if the security situation was better in the area. In the towers you've also got a small garrison, just 2 per tower, as you can see there and there, and these guys defend the patrol base so you don't have to. And this lets the players focus on doing missions, which is why it's kind of aimed at those smaller communities where you might not have enough people to garrison your patrol bases and send guys out on ground domination and assurance patrols and do side missions. So every base has got a base commander with 3 possible items. So the fast travel system, from any patrol base or FOB you can fast travel back to the theatre headquarters, but you can't then fast travel from the theatre headquarters back to the patrol base. So the reason you can fast travel back to the theatre headquarters is, particularly if you've only got one person playing, as I do at the moment, it means you don't have to walk back to go and get another vehicle. If you want a vehicle at patrol base Alpha 1, you don't have one there, then you can somebody can fast travel back, buy one, and then fast travel back up. So if I get a Polaris Dagor, you'll see we've got 30 deployment points remaining. So you start off with 150, patrol base is 100, and then vehicles cost different amounts. So you can check your deployment points there. You get deployment points for completing missions and killing enemies. You also lose deployment points for dying or killing civilians. This includes your AI. So the AI patrols, if they get in combat attacks and they kill enemy, you will increase deployment points. If they get killed, they will decrease deployment points. When they lose deployment points, it's not as bad as when it's a player. It's a relatively minor penalty. So for example, I think you could lose about 5 patrols for each side mission you do. So it's not going to ruin it, but it may adjust things slightly if the patrol gets slaughtered. So as well as deployment points are shared by the faction. So the faction's only got one set of deployment points. These can be used by commanders or sub-commanders that are appointed by the commander. The commander can also appoint people as medics, which gives them the ace medic attribute. But you do have your own personal XP, which in ALB is called Alienus. To explain Alienus, I will link in the description to the Ars page of it, the Ars Wikipedia page. But basically, Alienus is coolness, so it's how many cool points you have. And then Alienus can be used to purchase items. So whether that's weapons attachments, such as laser pointers or flashlights from GPS, cool watches, mines, different types of grenades, vector, etc, 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 including hats. Hats very important. Very important you have the right hat. You can also get sidearms, because sidearms are cool, so you need cool points for it. Mini drones, rovers, which allow you to look through aircraft sites when you're on the ground. Suppressors, of course, so everyone knows of course these are suppressors, and different sites. All cost INS until the very bottom. The most expensive things is a sniper rifle and a ghillie suit. And you get INS by killing people. Also, when a mission is completed, everyone on the server gets INS points. So even if you're doing kind of a backup logistics role, which there is a place for, although it will probably not be a full-time role unless you've got a lot of patrol bases. Yeah, you'll still get INS points to be able to do stuff. So, the mainstay of the mission is requesting side missions. So you get a little hint telling you what the mission is, and you can choose to either accept it or wait until there's another one. I will accept this one. So you'll see Operation Chivalrous Antelope. So you get a full briefing, and this one is it's a find and destroy insurgent utility vehicle. So somewhere in that red circle, there is a insurgent camp with a off-road truck, and you get a little briefing here. So that should be enough information that the commander can go, right, okay, and go make a plan. And then you'll go complete the mission and return to base. So as I said before, this is really aimed for more structured gameplay for smaller communities. So you can play this with one person, you can play it with 2 people. It goes up to 20 as a player count. Anything more than 20, you'd kind of be pushing it, and people would feel start getting bored. You'll notice there's 2 different types of markers, which is basically an active location or an inactive location, and that's based on player proximity. So only the closest locations are active. So because we're not over there, there's no point in having AI spawning around these ones, clogging up the server. So, but it also quickly tells you which places are active and which places are inactive, and it doesn't count people in planes. So if you do get a jet and your jet is like circling in this kind of area, then they are going to be not looking into towns which don't have any AI because they're clearly marked. Okay, so as for when this mission will be out, I'm hoping to do an initial release within the next couple of weeks, and then as time goes on, I'll put in more releases with more features and more functions. So that's a preview. Not much exciting happened in it, but it kind of gives you an idea of what the mission is. Cool, thanks for watching. Cheerio.